I was thinking, what was holding me back so long from not earning money online? Was it the tools I was using? Was it the lack of knowledge? Was it from not trying? It really was none of those. Hopefully people will hang out, get to know me a little bit, come back and see me again. But what I wanted to talk about was quite a few things. I mean, I get on these lives and I don't have this written down. I don't have a structure going. I just get in here and talk. And when I don't do this for days at a time, I get so much information. I get myself so wound up that I want to get on here and just talk about everything, and you just really can't do that. I mean, you gotta fine tune it a little bit. So anyway, I was looking at some posts earlier today, and one of the people in our group was talking about this show called Heal, Heal. It's on Netflix, and saying what a good program it was. I thought, well, I'm just sitting here this afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. So I pop on Netflix and I start watching this, and I'll tell you what, it is such a good information documentary about the healing, the body's healing process. And Russell, I don't know if you've watched it, but you ought to. I mean, it's really good. It talks about all forms of healing: spiritual healing, sound healing, heat, body heat, string theory, quantum theory. I mean, it's got everything in it. Herbalist, eating right, how the gut health determines mind health. Just very, very interesting. So anyway, I wanted to get that out there. Watch The Heal. Anybody that's watching me now or watches on the replay, go back and watch the show The Heal. So meanwhile, a couple weeks ago, I had made a post. A lot of people commented on it about how if you tell, actually, you can just bring the post up and look at it. If you tell people about a pharmaceutical drug, how everybody just, oh yeah, what is that? You tell them about Robitussin. Oh yeah, I've heard that. I'm gonna go check it out. You tell them about an herbalist, an herbal way to treat yourself, and everybody says, what is that? And then they want to research it, and they want to dig in. They want to find out exactly what's going on with it. And it boggles my mind that people do that. I mean, I used to do the same thing. If somebody said, I went to the doctor and they gave me blah, 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 some big long name, and it cured me of this ailment, and maybe I had the same problem, I'd go down and ask my doctor about it. He'd say, sure, we can give it to you. No questions. I wouldn't even ask him any further. That was it. And then somebody would say, well, I use CBD. And all of a sudden I'm like, CBD? Oh my God. Well, I've got to find out what the CBD thing is. And I start studying it. And I did that in the past, a couple of years ago, actually. I wanted to try CBD because that was the big talk. It does this, it does that. And I tried it, and quite frankly, didn't do much for me. So I'm reading some other posts this morning, and this woman puts up all these testimonials about what I'm using now from all these people. And she had 7 different posts, and it talked about how these people from all ages, husbands and wives and sons and daughters, had used CBD, and how what they're using now is night and day better. And what they're using is what I'm using. So anyway, I reposted that as testimonials because it's really neat. If you try CBD and you don't like it, what's your alternative? There is an alternative. I wrote on this post in here, take back, what was the name of this? I forgot what I named it. Advocate for your health. I'll advocate for it, I think. But I was going to ask people, how do you feel every day? I mean, how do you really feel every day? I know how I used to feel every day, and it's probably identical to how you feel every day. I've got my chronic issues. I've got my own illnesses. I've got my disclaimer in here. I don't have to restate it. But from me, let's go back just a hair. A few years ago, I decided I had had enough with what I was doing 8 hours a day. I couldn't take it anymore. I just quit. And when I quit, I had in the back of my mind, I'm going to go get an online job. Yeah. I'm going to make money online like the other people do. Right? So I've worked on it, and I'm involved in quite a few different ventures. I have gained some knowledge, a lot of it. And out of the past 3 years, it wasn't until the past 7 or 8 months that I started earning an income online. Is it enough to cover all my bills? Absolutely not. I still work a part-time job. But I was thinking just the other day, because now that I've been using this product I feel so good. I was thinking, what was holding me back so long from not earning money online? Was it the tools I was using? Was it the lack of knowledge? Was it from not trying? It really was none of those. It was the daily grind of life. And I look back to the day when I threw my hands up and said, that's it, I'm not working physical anymore. It wasn't the physical aspect of work that bothered me, because I don't mind hard work. I've done it all my life. It was the mental torture of just going and doing and living and not realizing what a toll that my whole life experiences had taken on me physically and mentally. Sure, I had past problems, illnesses, chronic illnesses, made me ache, made me inflamed, made me tired, made me fatigued, low energy. It just did all that to me, and I never, ever put two and two together. And I'm going to go on to say that I am the type of person that has a very addictive personality. I always have. At a very young age, I was drinking, went into service. Heck, I was with the big boys, I was drinking. I did my share of drugs. I won't deny the fact that I smoked pot or did smoke marijuana. Oh my God, a lot of people don't know, but some people frown on it. But I'm a user, and it took me up until a few months ago to realize that the reason that, number one, that I'm an adrenaline junkie is because I need that rush of adrenaline in my body. That is part of an addictive personality. But that you need alcohol, or you need tobacco, or you need marijuana or pharmaceutical under-the-counter drugs to cover up some bigger issues that you have in life. Through my 20s, my 30s, I didn't realize I had issues. I thought I was just a party animal like the next guy. Through my 40s, when I was earning a very good income with my restaurant, I was still drinking. I was smoking pot. I was staying out late. I wasn't taking care of my body physically. And that's when I ended up getting very, very sick. It was a different issue. But I was using all these outside influences to mask a bigger problem. And until a few months ago, I did not realize how bad life in general could be. Until 3 years ago, I threw my arms up and said, I quit. I quit. That is stress. It is stress. And I don't know how many of you people out there don't sleep at night. I know for years, when I owned my restaurant, I thought I was all wound up from the restaurant. So I'd get off at 5 or 6, and I'd go to the other side of the bar and I'd start drinking. I'd go home at midnight. I'd lay there and toss and turn for a couple hours. I'd sleep. I'd get up at 6, 7, feel like crap, number one, because I was partially hungover. Number two, because I never really slept. I did this for years. I get to Indiana. I work construction. Did I party as much? No, I had to quit drinking altogether. I haven't drank in 15 years now, 16 years. But I did use some drugs, some prescribed, some unprescribed. I did smoke marijuana. I used everything in the book to try to get myself to relax so I could sleep at night, yet I would still toss and turn trying to sleep. Then when I'd wake up, it was like I never slept. I'd have to go down, a couple cups of coffee, dragging myself down to the work site and still not fully awake, and then claw my way to lunch so I could take a break and get something to eat, maybe grab a candy bar in between to get a little bit of energy, make it through the day just to get to 4 or 5 o'clock so I can come home and sit down and say, oh, I'm going to relax. Well, was that really relaxing? No, it was sitting on my ass. So, come to find out, the only hindrance I've had in my life that I believe many people have is the stress around them. Stress, as I have found out, plays such a big role in the way that your body and mind functions that it is out of control. It's an epidemic of epidemic proportions. And if you read up on this, you will find out that stress is the #1 epic problem in the United States and the world today. And you should know this because if you're anything like me or your next door neighbor or your wife, even your daughter, your children, you're not sleeping at night. You're waking up in the morning and you're not feeling awake. You've got this fogginess about you. You're reaching for the coffee because you think the caffeine's going to wake you up. You're reaching for a candy bar midday because you need that burst of energy to get you through the day because you feel like taking a nap. All of this is due to stress. Anywhere from the fact that you have to wake up, you really don't want to go to work, you don't like your job, you're going to argue with your spouse, you have to have this job to get the financial means to have a roof over your head, to take care of the kids, to take a vacation, and this is wearing on you. And then you're worried about the doctor bills, and then you have a little twinge here or there. You think, oh my God, I've got to go to the doctor, but because you're a man, you don't. I'll man up, I'll take care of it, I'll be fine. And then you collapse, and there goes your whole world. It's gone that fast. Now you don't have a job, you can't pay the bills, everybody's bitching at you. The stress is even compounded more, and this is a real threat to yourself and society. It's everything. You watch TV, and all you see is heartache, heartbreak, destruction, hysteria, politics, race, religion. The world's falling apart around you, and even if you say, "Yeah, I'll turn it off," it's in your mind. You're thinking about it. You've got that going on. You've got to go to this job. You've got some employer breathing down your neck. And if you don't have that, maybe you work for yourself. Now you're under more pressure because you have to make sure that your employees are taken care of. You've got enough job work to go around to keep them employed. You take care of the payroll taxes, the payroll, and everything. This is all stress. It is a stressful life. There is only one way to take care of all this that I have found, and that's through an herbalist approach. And believe you me, I am not the type of person that ever thought I would be an herbalist. I'm a drug addict. Give me the pills, man. I'll take care of that problem. Give me the beer. I'll take care of that problem. But it never takes care of the problem. All it does is mask whatever's going on. You wake up the next day feeling the same way. Now, 3 months ago, in the midst of my distraughtness and my stress, I had a lot of grief going on. I could get into the big long story, but it compounded to the point that I felt absolutely devastated, depressed. I thought that was it. I just didn't even want to live anymore. And I was presented with a new, like I say, opportunity. I was presented with a product. I don't mind getting on here and saying I'm pitching this. because I am now using something that I know 110% works the way it's supposed to. If you want to alleviate the stress in your life, you have to take care of your body from the inside out. Herbalists have been saying this for years. Eastern medicine for 2,500 years. Eat herbs, eat grass, eat, whatever. But anyway, now there is a formula. They're herbs, and they're proprietarily blended, not seeds and stems, but the actual essence of the plants. I thought after a week, I felt good. I can only say that after 11 weeks now, I feel more on top of my game than I ever have in my life. Now, as I said earlier, I am an addict. I've used every drug in the book. I have smoked pot more than half my life. I stopped all of that. It is phenomenal to me. And it's taken away the need for me to reach for a candy bar during the day thinking I need that boost of energy. I have a cup of coffee in the morning now. I don't have 2, 3, 4 cups. I don't drink it throughout the day. There's no need. I don't need the extra caffeine. I don't need the extra sugar. I don't take pills. I don't smoke pot. I don't do anything. I've got on there. Touch that learn more button. Learn about the product. If it's not right for you, no skin off my teeth. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm past the point of selling. But if you want to take care of your body, it is a life changer all the way around. So the other flip side of all this is if you want to be in a home-based business, if you missed out on the big CBD business, you weren't brought in to be at the top of the food chain, come into this one, because this is the wave of the future. This is a niche disruptor. This is going to be the top company. Who's on here? Lindsay, hey, how you doing? Linda Risley. Yeah, adrenaline, thanks. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for before. Danielle, thank you for joining. Anyway, guys, I think I got that off my mind for this afternoon. I made this evening, but I am definitely going to be back tomorrow because I've got to get back on my routine of a daily live and reach the masses to let them know that there is help out there for the problems that are ailing you. It's stress, man. It's just stress, and you can alleviate the stress. And once you alleviate the stress, life is going to be so much better. Take my word for it. If you don't take my word for it, go to my page. Read the testimonials on there from other people that were just like me, that are just like you, that are saying what this is doing for them in their life, and their family, their children, their parents, their grandparents. It's phenomenal. It's a movement, and it's happening now. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. If you watch replay, type in replay, give me a comment. If you want information, ask for info. I'll send you the info on it. Send you a couple PDFs. You can read up on it yourself, the privacy of your own home. I won't even bother you. You'll make the decision on your own. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you all real soon.